Do the clarifications go far enough?
Well, advocates of gay rights and gay marriage oppose the idea of the law altogether. But I think they do say that this is a step in the right direction, and that the idea of explicitly protecting people to not be discriminated against on the basis of their sexual orientation is a good thing to do. I mean, I have to think that the people who opposed the law originally in both Arkansas and Indiana must have been as surprised as the supporters at the breadth of the revolt when it got some attention. I mean, because of course these laws have been passed in other places.
Sure.
But the precise wording of the Indiana laws, as Jerry said, caused some special concern, and it just came at the moment when this issue was ready to be ignited.
What about Hillary Clinton? What did she have to say?
Well, I mean, obviously she took essentially the Democratic position, which is that these laws are a mistake. It's a little tricky for her since her husband signed into law the federal statute that does essentially the same thing, but in under entirely different circumstances in an entirely different context. It's tricky. It's going to be tricky for all these candidates, particularly Hillary Clinton, I think, but also people on the Republican side, because you don't want to get too far out on either side of this debate if you're going to play for the middle in the 2016 campaign. And I think it's a mistake to not acknowledge that there is a lot of concern at the grassroots, not just among social conservative activists that we all hear about, but among common people who think that there's something happening in the culture that we don't like, and that we do fear the government telling us we can't practice our religion the way we want. That's a very legitimate fear. It's not contained solely in little pockets of the Republican social conservative movement. It's a real thing. It has to do a little bit with Obamacare, a little bit with gay rights, and a little bit with the sense that the country's changing around me in ways that I don't recognize and I don't really feel comfortable.